Hello, hello, hello. This is the Show Love Tarot. I am Show Love, and it is 11/11/2023. So we're going to do a 11/11 read for the collective. Uh, for those who do not know, this is a time of alignment, time of which a lot of people believe that there's a portal that's open, where in which you can tap into that energy to manifest what it is that you're looking to manifest on a large scale ever imagined, without limitations, without blockages. And that's great, and that's dandy. But there's always a need for some shadow work, some work to release, some work to abandon that which prevents us from moving forward, There is such a thing as wishful thinking. And when you're working in the realms of magic, manifestation, spirituality, spiritual work, whether it's, hoodoo, you do, we all do. We all do. We are all constantly manifesting and creating, and it is really dependent on our mindset and our faith and our ability to maintain focus and not get off of our, stance, not be influenced. So I'm doing an 11/11 reading, yes, and it's not, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not like fairy tales and, conker shells. There are some things to look at this time. There are some things to be released. There's some things to focus on. There's some things to understand about how to use this very spiritual, profound, spiritual opening that you have before you. Okay? And in days to come, there's going to be an 11/11 tomorrow, 11 a.m. and 11 minutes, 11 seconds. There's going to be 11 p.m. in 11 minutes and 11 seconds. So it's how deep do you want to, dive into this stuff? People say, oh, 11/11 once a year. Yeah, why not once a day? Why not twice a day? So if you wanted to take, advantage and tap into these powerful portals, people are talking about portals all the time and openings and, yeah, they're real. Yeah. They're more real than you can possibly imagine. But there's a reason why certain people in certain situations, you have to be very careful about what you're working with and the energy that you're working with and what you're calling forth. And sometimes calling forth big change in your life can be more than what you're able to handle at that moment. So it's always wise to call forth the change that you're able to handle and ask your spiritual crew and your divine associates, your Lord God of your being, God Almighty, ancestors, whoever you tap into, the universe. I'm old fashioned. I say God. My spiritual crew, my ancestors. It's good to tap into that knowledge and wisdom that came before you go, delving into certain things. So yes, 11/11, yes, let's celebrate, let's tap in, but let's also do the work. Let's also do the spiritual work that it requires to bring forth something magnificent, something remarkable. If you don't think that you're worthy, no, no shout out to you know who with that book that just came out. We're not team her. We're your. But if you don't think that you're worthy to manifest these great big things in your life, even if you do manifest those great big things in your life, it's going to be very difficult to hold on to them. Whether it's whatever it is. Love, money, health, adventure. Wisdom, knowledge, experience, whatever experience that you're looking for, okay? So, these are the cards that came out for the 11/11 reading for today on November 11th, 2023. The first card that came out was the Moon card in reverse. Moon card. Something that has been hidden is now being revealed. That card was clarified by the Fool card, also in reverse. So what was hidden may have been a barrier to a fresh start, a new beginning, a blockage to a new beginning. So whatever has been blocking some of you, or blocking a situation, or whatever you're working on, that blockage is now being revealed to you. That blockage is going to be revealed to you. If it's not already being revealed to you, that blockage has to be revealed before you can have that new beginning. Okay? So pay attention. Be aware. Don't just be, willy-nilly all the time. Be present. Be aware. Become conscious of what has been blocking your forward movement. Whatever that movement that you have been desiring. So the next card that came out, Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups has to do with your childhood, your past, something familiar, a familiar person, place, or thing, time, or event. Something that's very profound that affected you on a deep and meaningful level. But it's in reverse. So it may be something that and it's next to the Moon card in reverse. So it's something about your childhood, something about your past, something that's familiar to you that you have yet to realize how it has been blocking and hindering you from moving forward. That card, the Six of Cups, was clarified by the Emperor in reverse. The Emperor has to do with father figures, bosses, husbands, authority figure. Could be your relationship with God. And on whatever level that energy is for you, put yourself where you go, whether it's your father, your husband, your, boss, your image of God. That image, that authority that you put in front of yourself, that put ahead of yourself, it has affected your being all that you can be. It has affected you getting over your past. Daddy issues, question mark. Male issues. Man hater. There's some people that hate men. There's some men who hate themselves. But there's an issue with that father figure, that authority, that boss. It's a negative connotation. Maybe you have an issue with authority. Maybe you don't like being told what to do. And maybe that For example, that can hold you back dramatically. You don't like being told what to do. You don't like being corrected. It's a problem. That will hold you back. The Eight of Cups came after the Six of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. Unwilling to look at something, unwilling to walk away from it, unwilling to look at these bad habits. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse. Unwilling to change, unwilling to complete these cycles, unwilling to complete these emotional cycles, these cycles of feeling that, being put upon and being a victim and not being able to move forward and not being able to see your role in what you're creating. But there is the High Priestess is coming in here. Whew. High Priestess is coming in here. Coming in hot. The High Priestess knows. The High Priestess has a wisdom about her. The High Priestess has a knowingness. The High Priestess doesn't really. The High Priestess gathers wisdoms from her experiences, right? There's a high level of wisdom there that Spirit is looking for you all to tap into in this realm. So tapping into, we're at this 1111 portal, is tapping into that higher knowingness, tapping into that higher level of maturity on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, on a spiritual level, on a physical level, tapping into that higher knowingness. Some of you don't even know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you can email me and I will have a session with you and we can work it out so you can come into alignment. That's all these portals are about. This 1111 is being in alignment with who you really are and who you have been destined here to become. Some of you are way off. Some of you have been off for a while. Some of you have been off and you get on and you get back off. And you get on like an addict, right? So this Wheel of Fortune in reverse is like stopping that cycle of addiction. Of being who you are and not being who you are, and knowing who you are and not knowing who you are. And bringing justice and some balance into your life. That justice card. That justice, bringing in some balance, collecting in on that wisdom. Being who you are. The Justice card clarified the High Priestess. The High Priestess is always going to see the justice through. My Uncle Gene used to always say, you can't run from justice. It will always find you. If you're living any type of lie or misconception, it would always be revealed. That Moon card. Revealing who you are. Because there's some of you that are leaving parts of yourself out in the cold. You're not really showing who you are. And it's causing some inner angst. Some of you are on the search and hunt for inner peace. But to have that inner peace, you have to come to terms with some things that you haven't been able to come to terms with from your past. Your issues with authority, your issues with discipline, your issues with being told what to do, your issues with not being able to comply, your issues with not being able to overcome these generational patterns, not being able to overcome old bad habits and old thought patterns. Whether it's thought patterns of arrogance, entitlements, arguing for limitations, trying to conform to fit in to organizations, groups of people, cults. My advice is to not fit in. Don't even try. It's a waste of time. Be who you are. Stand 10 toes down. Then you can manifest. Then you can bring in whatever you want, because then you're not worried about what every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Sally, Bessie, Susie. You're not caring if they think that you're worthy or not. Who cares if you're worthy? You don't have to tell anybody that you're worthy. You don't have to write a book about it. You just are. You just are. Just be worthy. Just be it. Know it. You don't have to light candles. I mean, you can. You can do the rituals. You can do the spiritual pathway. But if you don't know it in your brain, if you don't know it in your heart, it doesn't matter how much work and effort you put into proving it in the physical realm. You have to first know it in your spirit. You have to first believe it in yourself. Okay. Enjoy the portal. Enjoy the portal. 11, 11, 11, 11. Portal. Take care.